What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As always, my name is G. I'm glad to have you all here, and today we are here back playing some Call of Duty World War II, where we're going to be testing out the M2 Carbine. So the M2 Carbine is definitely a better better gun than the Type 5 that I made a video about just recently, where I kind of gave it the title of it being one of the worst assault rifles in the game in Call of Duty World War II, and just in general, in my personal experience using any gun. I've never used a gun that was so infuriating to use, so I was very happy to be finished using that. So we're now here using the M2 Carbine, which is actually pretty decent considering the fighter rate, and I believe it's like a 3-shot kill gun, so it isn't too bad in terms of long range distance and stuff like that, and it's pretty decent. And I am using the airborne class just because I do have a contract, so naturally I normally use a mix of, I believe, infantry and what's the other one I use, commando. Strictly for the commando perk is because I like getting like the bonus points, as well as getting the some health back whenever I do get a kill. So it's just having the feeling that you just kind of have like a stim shot at all times. I kind of got used to having stims, so it's it's kind of weird going back to these old titles, and then when you get shot you can't just click the left trigger because it's sort of not gonna really do anything. So commando kind of gives me that stim shot naturally if I get more than 2 kills, or more than 1 kill, excuse me. So that's why I kind of like using the commando. I don't really use the parachute attachment that much unless I'm playing like domination, but since this is World War II, like OBJ game modes are pretty much non-existent. If you're lucky, you might find a lobby, but normally I just play Team DM, and which is actually pretty decent for this gun because it is like I mentioned, it is an assault rifle that does take quite a bit of shots to really kill someone. So when it comes to TDM, you can literally just camp somewhere. Obviously I don't really do that. I usually just run and gun, and I feel like with the airborne it kind of compensates that whole factor that you had to land 3 shots to kill them. But it is pretty decent, like I mentioned, for being an automatic assault rifle. If you're a good shot, especially if you have grip on it, it makes it a lot easier to really get those 3 shots and get the kill. I got multi kills with this gun already, so that in itself already made it a positive from my point. So now what I want to definitely get as the negative of the gun, which again isn't really that much considering that it's just an assault rifle, 3-shot kill, full automatic, and it's pretty easy to control. I guess the only negative side that I will give it will be that it has a low, a low mag capacity. 15 magazine for 3-shot kills. If you really do the math, it's like maybe 4 people that you might be able to kill if you don't miss anything, assuming you land all those shots, which is obviously it's Call of Duty. Sometimes the bullets don't register, so it's kind of leaves a lot to be desired with just 15 bullets. Of course, you can definitely put the extended mag on it, but I don't really like using the extended mag. I think that's kind of a waste of an attachment, and since this one is like a pick 3 system, or pick 4 if you have the infantry class on, you kind of just want to have either, especially for assault rifles, you probably want to put grip on it, and you probably want to put the I would say the long, not long, I guess it's kind of rifle, I forgot what the attachment's called. Basically, it doesn't allow the damage fall off to kind of diminish the further you are. It kind of keeps a steady damage rate from the distance, so I like keeping that. I think it's called advanced rifling. And obviously I think one of the ones that it's kind of preferable is either have FMJ or high caliber. So those are my go-to attachments when it comes to assault rifles in Call of Duty World War II. At times I do kind of put quick draw, just if I'm not using the airborne class, I kind of want to have like the quick draw just to kind of compensate my slow movement and stuff like that. But since I am using the airborne class at the moment, it's pretty much the selection is pretty much self-explanatory in my opinion. Of course, everyone plays differently, so if you want to play slowly and camp behind a barrel, you can definitely do so by adding, maybe, I guess you can add like a prefix sight if you have a hard time looking through this iron sight. Yeah, man, like I was really surprised when I got into, just using this gun. I leveled it up quite, quickly. Like I mentioned, with World War II, it does have 4 prestiges to kind of reach before you can say that you completed it. So I'm actually already in prestige 2 or 3. By the time of recording this video, I'm probably already like done with it. But yeah, it's it was pretty fast, considering the last weapon that I used took me forever, and this one I kind of finished in like in 2 days. So that is pretty nice. It didn't really drive me as insane as the other one, so it was pretty nice just using the gun. And I have actually got quite a few people send me a message calling me a tryhard for using this gun. I honestly didn't even know this gun was considered a tryhard gun. I've always, whenever it comes to World War II, I think of the PPSH, the MP40. What was the other one called? I think the M21 SMG. That there's like so many SMGs are kind of broken in this game. And for the assault rifle class, I would say the STG and the bar. The bar is still pretty OP considering it got so many nerfs in the earlier days of Call of Duty. But it is still pretty strong. So when somebody sends you a message for using the M2 Carbine and they call you a tryhard for it, it's kind of like, well, I'm sorry, I guess. I know this was considered a tryhard gun. I'm literally just trying to level it up and all that. Oh, and just another thing I want to mention before I do end off the video here. I did kind of went back to watch one of my older videos. I know that sounds kind of weird and cringe, but I did notice that I was calling the N1 Grand the MX Grand. So I apologize for my mistake there. I was thinking of Black Ops 3. I don't know why I was calling the MX Grand. It's actually the M1 Grand in World War II. So yeah, so that's another gun that is considered, I will consider being tryhard, because I love the M1 Grand in World War II. It's like super smooth, easy to use. I like melted so many teams with just that. Even if they're in a party, that gun is just amazing. So obviously this does not reach to that level of OPness, but it definitely is pretty decent considering how annoying the Type 5 was for me in the previous video. But yeah, with that being said, guys, the M2 Carbine, definitely a pretty decent gun. I absolutely love using this one. Wasn't as infuriating, wasn't as hard to really max out. But yeah, with that being said, guys, I just want to end this video by making a quick reminder that if you would like to support me and my YouTube adventures, you can definitely do so by liking this video. It'll help me out tremendously with the YouTube's algorithm, especially now with Call of Duty Vanguard almost dropping, so that's pretty exciting. But yeah, and if you want to subscribe or you want to know what I'm all about before you do decide to subscribe, I'm simply just a guy that likes playing FPS games, mainly Call of Duty, Battlefield, and Destiny. So if that's something that you'll be interested in watching, definitely consider subscribing. It's completely free and you can always unsubscribe at any time. But with that being said, guys, I want to say thank you so much for taking the time of your day to watch this video, and I'll see you all on the next one. All right, peace out.